Do you trust on the arm of flesh, or do you trust on God? I've recently been counseled to speak only at an appropriate time. Make sure you're using the appropriate channels. Make sure you're, being effective when you speak, to say things at the appropriate and the correct time. But I say unto you, how do you know the hour when it's the most appropriate time? How do you know the hour when he cometh? He cometh when he will. Does God know the most appropriate time, or do we? Do we just hold on to our traditions, our appropriate times, our cultural traditions? Think about that. The appropriate time to speak is a cultural tradition. Think about Esther. Think about other things. Think about other cultures. Think about freedom of speech. Think about that as a concept and how that's become normalized, but used to not be. And it's becoming a little taboo again, I will say, because they use money to control. Do you realize if you need money to live, then they can always control you? I think it's important to become self-sufficient. But yes, do we know the hour? Do we know when we're supposed to speak? Are we supposed to take thought, therefore, for the morrow? Are we supposed to try to figure out what we're going to say beforehand? Because I think if we get thrown to the judges, we're just supposed to be saying things just like as it comes. We're not supposed to be taking thought beforehand. I thought that's what it said in Matthew. Almost put first for a reason. Matthew is really good. I feel like they put the best foot forward on that one. I feel like the books in the Bible are not organized chronologically. Did you know that, Christians? Who think Revelations is like the last book, right? I don't think that the books are organized chronologically, and definitely not organized chronologically by the order with which they were written. I think that would be an interesting comparison chart. The order of the books of the Bible as they appear, the order of the books of the Bible chronologically as, like, it makes sense, like, as letters were written by Paul came after things like the Acts. It would make sense that way. I think that's the way it's supposed to be written. And then also, or like it is like laid out there, but then also it would be interesting to see the chronological order of when it was written. And it would be interesting to see all the apocrypha laid out in chronological order mixed in the order that it was written. That would be interesting. Might not be conclusive of anything, but it might be interesting to see anyway. It would be interesting just to have a list of all the apocrypha and maybe have all the works of all the apocrypha, just so you know, just so you have it, just if you wanted to read it, just if you wanted to know. I guess you could find them, couldn't you? It's probably online, but then if online goes away, who really has a written work of that? Probably not a lot. We know the word, but how many generations would it be before people don't even know what the Apocrypha is? How many people don't even know what the Apocrypha is right now? Anyway, we have all this knowledge and technology. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy time we live in. It's cool though. We can do things we just never thought possible before. Like, think about driving in a car and just like zipping around. taking about as much time as it would probably take me to walk to the local like fountain to do my clothes communally with other women. Now I can just drive that same amount of time, but like a different distance, to a laundromat to do my laundry with the local men and women. Mostly men. Middle of the night, it's mostly men doing laundry. Another evidence of maybe I'm a man. Man, oh man. Maybe I'm a human, a person. So yeah, if you have someone dictating all of your comings and goings and doings and sayings, are you free? Are you truly acting as a free agent? And if you would go to a building constrained from acting as a free agent, why would you even go there? What would be the point of that? It's almost as if you would be going into a great and spacious building full of people who would laugh and mock at poor people in the jail where it's cold. Jeez. I don't know. It is definitely a great and spacious building though, and it's just definitely like, okay, well. I mean, just don't like laugh and mock at least, you know. But yes, it's as above, so below, right? It would be the equivalent of Satan's plan of like, we're going to make them be good. We're going to be constrained in our free choice, in our what we can say, what we can do, what we can think. So in that way, the culture would be a little bit satanic, wouldn't it? Technically. If it's trying to constrain what you should say, what you shall think, what you shall do. Where do you draw the line? You know, are there lines? That's where you have to figure out, rightly divide what's cultural and what's doctrinal, I think. And there's been some wickedness happening, and there should be some apologies, for sure. Wickedness that happened in the church. People saying that they are infallible. Now we're saying that they are fallible. But which is it? And then we have to still pretend like everybody's non-fallible. But aren't we just all people? Like, when did we ever get to have these celebrities above us? Like, why did we ever start doing that? We love to do that. We love to have kings. It's a wicked thing. We've been warned about that over and over. God hates that. He's like, stop that nonsense. Just do judges, jeez. Shouldn't be like celebrities among you, right? It should just be people, just you yourselves, your neighbors, you guys, just all together, just doing it, just doing life together, you know? Trying to get food and figure things out. Your community. Trying to get cool stuff. I can drive a car now, but is my life significantly better? Probably not. There's more of us. We had a huge explosion in population, so I think it could be argued, like, would I even exist if we didn't have all these gadgets. If we didn't have all this technology, would I even exist? Who knows? Who knows? I have pretty good genes, though. I might exist. But I don't know. Good genes for what? Like, it just kind of depends. Depends on the situation, right? Not good genes for some things, apparently, in this day and age. I don't have the genes for understanding, like, when it's appropriate to say stuff. Oh, man. I got kicked out of the dentist one time for saying an inappropriate joke. Oh, my gosh. I just think people don't take themselves as seriously as they do, and it always shocks me when they do. It always shocks me when people take themselves very seriously when I'm automatically, like, not in that mode. I don't know. It's like we're joking around. It's just like, I don't know. Anyway, here I am. And let us think about technology and think about what we're doing with it. Think about, could we just have technology without money? Could we just figure stuff out because it's cool to figure stuff out? Did we used to do that? Probably to benefit our own community. We would just figure stuff out. Do it because it's cool. Could we just do that again? Would that be a logically better thing to do? A better way? Could we just stop the system? Just try not to do the system anymore. Everyone just do it. 1, 2, 3, go. Just let go.